A very good afternoon and welcome to the Sugathadasa Indoor Stadium for our coverage of this 20th annual and St. Thomas's College, and it is going to be a hot steaming affair because it is hot and steaming here inside the Sugathadasa Stadium, but the teams are getting ready and they are being introduced to the dignitaries of the will be looking to defend it with a very young side against Royal, who have a little bit more experience in their ranks. Tanvir Hussain joining me in the commentary box. What is this Royal side looking to do to upset the defending champions?
Good afternoon to you as well, Sanaka. And as we are about to kick off proceedings with chief guests, and as you said, a young side from the Tomians outfit, where the captain, Methika, will be the only last player representing their college, and as well as we see experienced players in the basketball team. As we line up for the school songs, we shall start our proceedings.
The school songs are done, and the teams will give each other their customary pre-game handshake. But there will be no prisoners taken on the court, that is for sure. St. Thomas's without talismanic leader Jehan Bulatsingala from last year, who almost single-handedly took the game away from Royal College. But Royal will have memories of that, and a few of their players will be out for vengeance. The Royal College Sports Complex that match was. And St. Thomas's have, as hosts, moved this to the much larger Sugathadasa Stadium indoor sports complex. No chance of any of the players getting a wee swipe from the spectators here. And teams will take off their track tops and take maybe a few warm-up shots before the referees bring them into the center circle. Taruka Jasundara, third-year colorsman, captaining Royal, who are a much bigger team, Tanvir, physically, and will be looking to use that power and stifle the mobility and the speed at which St. Thomas's are trying to play this game.
Definitely, Shanaka, but size doesn't matter when it comes to basketball, as we saw last year's team at the Royal College Sports Complex. The St. Thomas's did have the smaller team compared to the Royalists, but still did win, and they were victorious at the Royal College Sports Complex, captained by Bulatsingala. The young lad, Jehan Bulatsingala, captained the rugby outfit as well as the basketball team, but unfortunately he had to bear loss to the Michael Guratnam trophy, but did win the Senanayake Shield. And as well as last year, Royal College lost by 17 points, and the year before that as well by 17 points. And in the year 2022 here at the Sugathadasa Stadium, captained by Yunan Bhaskaran, was the last time Royal College won. So this will be quite an interesting game. Royal College being the better team in paper, coming in second place in the All-Island encounter. St. Thomas's unfortunately were out during the group stages, but nevertheless this is a different encounter, the Royal Thomian encounter for the Senanayake Shield. And as we can see on our screens, Royal College, the final warm-ups before the initial whistle will be blown. What will be the verdict, do you think, Shanaka?
Well, judging by the season's performance, Tanvir Royal will be out-and-out favourites in this game. But as you said, Royal Thomians produce a different kind. St. Thomas's will be looking to make sure that their team gets the experience of this match. And if they can come off with a win, it certainly will be a bonus. But this is a young team that will be missing the likes of Bulatsingala and Ramanayaka. And will need to really make up for those lost heads, as it were. Both teams very similar in terms of their immediate pre-game preparations. So the Royal under-20 team from Taruka Jasundara, the captain, Minuta Delum Gahavatta, vice captain Sahana Galavatta, Minuka Gamayatige, Lakvidu Nimhan, Mayureshan Ganesha Raja, Temidu Ratnayaka, Rusiru Urugal Bandara, Kalsara Kulatunga, Ashel Ambavatta, Nikhil De Silva, Amika Wattuhava, Gineth Vikramasinghe, Aksajan Mohansan, and Rashid Ramiz. And from St. Thomas's, Silanta Kurupu is the captain, Fernando Ratnayaka Pereira, Augustine Sam Parnagala, Nehan Seniviratna, Chelan Veerasinghe, Methuja Pereira, Methuka Seniviratna, LeBron Dialvis, and Dulin Lianage. That's right, his name really is LeBron. So it's tip-off here at the Sugathadasa Indoor Complex, and it will be St. Thomas's in the white against Royal in the dark blue strip. Tip-off at the center circle, and Methika Silanta Kurupu, by far and away the tallest player on the team, will allow Veerasinghe to tip off and Royal with the first possession. It's intercepted by St. Thomas's, and they will move the ball up and try to settle their nerves, try to get a basket off the first possession if they can, to just get a little bit of confidence. Here's Methika, using him outside. And, unable to pull that one off, Vice Captain Fernando with the drive, but Royal's defense up to the task. Royal again moving it to the left-hand corner. The shot, not a good one. St. Thomas's now shoot from beyond the arc. Veerasinghe with the turn and shoot, and that's the first foul drawn by Veerasinghe. And he will go to the line for the first opportunity of points for the Thomians. First one is awry, and Veerasinghe will look for the first points of the game, and does manage to get the second one through, so it's 1 point to the Thomians. These twin towers at the back, it's a 3-2 zone adopted by St. Thomas's. Trying to make sure Royals shoot only from outside the arc, and that's a good pass in, but not as good as he would have liked. Thomians bringing it up. See what they were trying to do there. The little backdoor roll, but inaccuracy. That was something that we noticed in the warm-ups as well from the Thomians. A little bit inaccurate practicing their layups, but not getting as much of a high conversion rate as they would like. Royal making sure that there's some off-the-ball movement, but nicely rebounded, but blocked that time again. Veerasinghe in possession. Methika now proving the conduit. Nicely done that time and beautifully finished by Alvis. The Alvis with the drive and score. St. Thomas is again making sure that they don't allow the cross-court pass. Taruka with the shot. It's a good shot. And Royal with their first putback. Nicely done that time by Sugathadasa. Captain bringing the ball out, and Royal looking to move it quickly, but the pass is not a good one again. And Amika Wattuhava, sorry, it's Lakvidu Nimhan, hasn't got great service, but he's been busy getting in good positions for Royal, but they just need to find him a little bit more early in the piece.
Nathan Fernando now with the ball, bringing it forward to the Royals half. Goes for a pop past the 44 to his captain. Goes for the rebound. Royal College now with the counter attack to the captain, Taruka Jayasuriya. Makes his way all the way through. Goes for the shot, but unfortunately he misses it. Back to the number 3 of St. Thomas's. He goes for the lob, but is missed and fouled.
A clear foul there by Themindhu Ratnayake, but both captains on either end of the floor missing what should have been easier shots. Basically, Videshundara getting a... Sorry, Silanta Kurupu getting a nice pass. Should really have finished that layup. And the Royal captain, Jayasundara on the other end, should have done better as well. Didn't even draw the foul. And this time it's Veerasinghe with another opportunity at the free throw line. And it's 50% success rate for him. 4 shots were through. And those are the points that St. Thomas's have alongside the Alvis's layup. Jayasundara takes the baseline, manages to find the ball inside, and fortunately for Royal, they can't finish that one. That's Vinut Delumgahawata, who misses an easy shot, and that's the charge. Well drawn there by Royal. Nathan Fernando will not be happy with giving away the offensive foul.
Definitely Shanaka unnecessary motion there from the Thomian vice captain. Nevertheless, Royal College still in this. Myration now with the ball, making his way forward. Gives it to his captain, looking for space from the corner. Try and look for support there, but wonderfully intercepted by St. Thomas's. But Royal College managed to still maintain possession of the ball. To Lakvindu, he shoots, and he does it. An early 3 points to the man in the number 12 jersey. Nathan Fernando once again back in the attack. Passes it to his teammate, to the number 3, to his skipper. But unfortunately, they have fouled it once again.
I think that might have been a 3-second violation there on Methika Siranath Kuruppu. The first 3-pointer of the game, luck with the Nimhan. That'll give him some confidence. Royal looking to use this left corner. And Thomas is now with the fast break. They need to finish. The Alvis does manage to get the roll. Nathan Fernando called there for a technical foul. Not really sure what that was. The coach has been informed and the coach has been in contact. Another beautiful rebound that time, but again St. Thomas's defense up to the mark. Veerasinghe has to fight for it, and Royal beautifully hustling. And it's put back by Minita Delumgahavatta, the vice captain. Sorry, it's Kausar Kulatunga. The Alvis trying to put that one back, but not getting the roll that time. And a fast break for Royal. Good opportunity for them. Nathan Fernando does well though. Royal maybe one pass too many in that fast break opportunity. And getting back nicely in defense. And this time it's St. Thomas's turn to steal the ball. And Veerasinghe, the tallest player in the back court, will be happy to find himself under the basket rather than having to dribble at the halfway line.
Incredible performance by Nathan Fernando in this first quarter. He has been everywhere in this field. And a timeout has been called by the Thomian outfit. Interesting game. Shanaka Royal leading just by 1 point in this first quarter. Less than 5 minutes remaining as well. It's good to be back at the Sugathadasa Stadium as well, Shanaka. Match-packed crowd we had last year at the Royal College Sports Complex, and the year before that at the Air Force grounds in Tumulla. So I must say it is nice to be back with a seat to sit on compared to standing and watching this intense clash of the Titans.
Yes, I'm sure both principals would have realized that this is something that requires a little bit of crowd control. Neither of those encounters were a pleasant experience in terms of the crowd, nor would it have been for the players either. Especially remember Ihan Bulatsingala being in a bit of strife last year when he was playing. And so I think the heads of both schools have taken a sensible decision, probably a lot more expensive to hire the Sugathadasa Stadium. But player safety, of course, is paramount. And the 3-point shot, which has created the disparity on the scoreboard. Nimhan with the clock really winding down. And that's something that St. Thomas's will take note of. They're playing this zone defense and allowing Royal the outside shot. Royal haven't managed to penetrate it as well as they would like. But they need to get their big men, Veerasinghe and Siranath Kuruppu, under the basket a little bit more often, and they need to convert their opportunities. So after the timeout, it will be a side ball to the Thomians. Nathan Fernando looking for the Alvis. In fact, that's LeBron. And it's a three-pointer. Nice set play from the Thomians after the timeout. Coach realized that they don't want to be under on the scoreboard, and Nathan Fernando with a lovely ball out, and this time straight across the front, and lucky that wasn't called a foul. The Alvis really needed to protect that ball a little bit more, but another good shot from Royal from beyond the arc. It's a bit of volleyball under the basket. Royal with the inbound. Thomian zone defense requiring a lot of their front court defenders, and that's another three-pointer. So that's the danger of that defensive pattern. Ashel Ambavatta is the man with that three-point shot. And a good foul under the basket from Royal as well.
A wonderful three-pointer by Ashel Ambavatta there. His father being an old boy who represented college in the basketball encounters as well. A lot of players from both schools, Sanaka, that we have to see today representing from their families, either their father or your brother is old boy. From Royal College we have Mayureshan, where his brother played the 2020 encounter here at Sugathadasa Stadium. And in St. Thomas's, Nathan Fernando, where his father and his brother were old boys for his college, but nevertheless St. Thomas's just adding 1 point. Then Ashel Ambavatta going for that tricky move there to collect the ball once again to the Royalist side. Lakundu now with the ball, giving it to Mayureshan, making his way back into the half. The score has been tied finally. Thakur Jayasundar going for the three. Unfortunately, no one there to rebound it. But number 17 led in from Royal. Try to make something from it, but slippy fingers from the number 8, Nathan Fernando.
Really
Just
confusing sidelines, isn't it, Tanvir, here? Because you've got that line that protrudes beyond the byline. Royal again moving into this left corner, and Gimhan, this one it's a little bit overshot. So Thomas has not really been able to break as fast as they would like. Nathan Fernando with the runner. Manages to get the ball back, and good hustle from Royal that time. It's Devindu Ratnayaka who puts his body on the line to get that ball back. Thakur Jayasundar has come back from a little bit of a rest. And again, Royal being allowed plenty of offensive rebounds. Veerasinghe by himself under the basket. He'll need some support from his captain, Silanatha Kuruppu. And this is Veerasinghe with that rebound now. Again, it's not good ball control from the big man who wanted to go coast to coast. Needs a little bit of help, and Royal with plenty of that. The passing between this Royal College team seems really crisp. And a lovely pass there from Nathan Fernando, and beautifully finished as well.
Just 2 minutes remaining, Sanaka, in this first quarter. Royal College going for that three-pointer, but unfortunately no one there rebounded as well. Thakur Jayasundar going for that layup, but misses that as well. Nevertheless, a foul has been awarded to the Royalists. So Thakur Jayasundar will have the opportunity to add 2 points for his team, and an early sub for St. Thomas's as well. The number 9 goes out, the number 20 comes back in. Akit Ratnayaka has made his way into the field, and Thakur Jayasundar cleanly makes his first shot. One more remaining. Can he make the score all tied up once again? And he does. Wonderful work by this key of the Royal team, the oldest player in this field as well, Sanaka.
It's lovely finish from him. Great follow through on his free throw technique. And A foul, but before he was in the shooting motion. But no, he will go to the line. Veerasinghe, no, it's a side ball, is it? Yes, it is a side ball. Foul on Royals number 2, number 12. Veerasinghe. Attempt at the free throw, but an excellent rebound that time and a finish. A superb three-point finish that time from Pereira. In fact, it's Akit Ratnayake. Tanvir need to get the jersey numbers right, otherwise I'm going to get a lot of messages at the end of this match.
Yes, both skippers on both teams are the ones who sent me this name list, but unfortunately mistakes do occur. Hopefully it doesn't happen in the game, but only from the outside. Nevertheless, Tarko Jayasundara now cleanly once again as the 1 point for his college. Still one more available. 13-16 is the score in this first quarter. Has he done it once again? No, he hasn't. Going for the rebound now, but unfortunately the St. Thomas's number 3 gets the ball in his hand, goes for 3 points, but passes it to his number 20 to the corner to Nathan Fernando. Looking for the space outside to his skipper, but unfortunately a bit of a messy pass.
Certainly not a good decision that time from Nathan Fernando. It was not the angle for that pass for Siranatha Kuruppu. Taruka Jayasundara now going baseline, ball in. Looked like the ball came off the foot, but doesn't matter as the Royal skipper unfortunately gives away a foul on the wrong end of the floor. He will be unhappy about that. Talking about family, number 20 who finished off and is now at the foul line. It's also the goalkeeper for the Heyman, son of Naren Pereira, an absolute legend at St. Thomas's, captain of the first 15 rugby team during those unbeaten years.
We'll be seeing him here at Sugathadasa next week as well for the first leg of the RL Heyman encounter, but nicely done by Dhruv to put his college 1 point up. Now just less than 1 minute remaining in this game. St. Thomas up by 3 points. Royal College trying to score more. Going for the corner to their skipper. He goes for the 3 points and he's done it once again. Taruka Jayasundara leading by example, adding those 3 points to make the score margin a little bit more closer. Now the skipper of St. Thomas's goes for the shot, but unfortunately misses it. Ball still in play, courtesy of the skipper once again. Goes for the 3 points, but unfortunately misses it. Dhruv now in the defense. Terrible pass from the Royalists there, from the number 17, as we saw him put a 3-pointer earlier in this game. He will be a bit disappointed with that outcome. Nevertheless, St. Thomas College now once again in the attack, cutting his way through, goes for the shot, misses it. Royal College once again in the counter attack. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Royal College now, they have to do something. Can they do it before the buzzer? And they do not.
Medzuja Pereira is the man that St. Thomas's are using. In fact, it's LeBron that St. Thomas's are using to try and penetrate this Royal defense by driving to the line as much as he can. Our apologies because the team sheets have not been given to us with accurate numbers, so we're seeing different numbers on the different names on the backs of the shirts as we are on our team sheet, so please bear with us as we try to figure out. And if players have been called something they're not, our apologies as we come back with highlights of the first quarter. It's absolutely nothing in it, 16 points to 17. First three-pointer, that was from Lakindu Nimhan. That's the fast break finished by LeBron. And Nathan Caldera with a lovely little scrum halves pass. Taruka Jasundara has been on target not just from the free throw line but beyond the three-point line as well. The Royal skipper stepping back, taking a great shot. And the horde of Royal stewards and supporters, schoolboys, making their presence felt here at the Sugathadasa Stadium. And Tanvir has clarified the jersey numbers, has he?
Yes, I've asked the old boys just for a on what is right and what is wrong. But nevertheless, Sean, the game will continue as the referee makes his way into the field, into the court, mind you.
So both teams will not be unhappy with the results of that first half, or first quarter rather. St. Thomas's have been playing a bit of a risky defensive tactic, using that 3-2 zone and leaving plenty of space available just behind their three top defenders. And that means that Royal have been able to exploit that space. Royal, on the other hand, using a more traditional 2-3 zone. And Silanatha Kurupu, not a good shot, but put back nicely by LeBron there. His father has christened him for precisely this kind of occasion. And for now, at least, he's living up to his name. And this is where St. Thomas's really have given a lot of possession away to Royal. The offensive rebound that Royal have been taking quite easily in pocket. Here's Nathan Fernando trying to slow the game down a little bit more, trying to get his big men free under the basket. Needs to keep the ball. Here's Royal. Chelan Veerasinghe gives away the foul and the basket. And Lakhvidu Nimhan will go to the line.
Wonderful effort from the player in the number 12 jersey, Lakhvidu Nimhan. Hasn't had the best games so far in the first quarter. And now pin drop silence in the field, in the court. And yes, he does it once again, adding 3 points in just 5 seconds in his name. The Royalists will appreciate that. St. Thomas is now once again back in the attack. The skipper Methika goes for it once, misses, but goes for the second time and does well to recover. Royal College once again in the attack. Migration with the ball, passing it to his play from the corner. Taruka Jasundara once again looking for space, looking for support, going for the passes. The Migration going for the 3 points. Has he made it? No, unfortunately. Just strikes the basket there.
So Thomas's will need Methika to step up a little bit under the basket, make sure he uses his height. Has a habit of taking the ball very far back before he shoots, which means that it takes maybe half a second longer than his coach would like, and defenders would love that. Here's Chelan stepping. Can't get it to roll though. Not enough of an arc on that shot. But the game seems to have slowed down after the early nerves have settled now. Still sparring, these two teams. Nimhan looking for Taruka Jasundara in the corner. Lovely follow through again. Great shooting technique that this Royal skipper has, and it's nicely finished by Mayuresh and Ganesha Raja.
Wonderful effort. Nice to see him play once again in the number 11 jersey for the Royal outfit. Mayuresh doing well last year as well, but unfortunately still bear the loss. But this time hoping for a difference. Mayuresh once again just speaking of him.
LeBron coming through, and that's the foul. When you come from the blind side, you can end up inadvertently making contact, and referees are usually very quick on that. That time they were. Here's Ganesha Raja looking for his skipper. This is the ball movement that has stumped this Thomian defense, and once again, absolutely unchallenged in the middle was Royal's rebounder, Minuka Gamayatige, and now turned over once again, and Royal come back quickly. Ganesha Raja pops the ball up. Nice pass to Kalsara Kulatunga, but can't get it to go. Here's Dhruv Pereira. Knows that they can't allow Royal to get too much of a lead. LeBron on the far side of the pitch. Veerasinghe can't get it to roll. Royal's defense hasn't done anything flashy here. They've just prevented the driving lanes from being opened up by the Thomians. Methika with the rebound. Pereira with the drive and the left-handed finish. Can't get it to go.
Royal College back in the counter-attack. Myration making his way through the court, looking for support there. But says he'll do it by himself. Goes for the 3 points, and has he done it? Was it 3? He was on the line. And a timeout has been called. 25-21 is the score. Royal College leading in this quarter. Nevertheless, Shanaka, a question I wanted to ask you before coming into this game was last year at the commentary box. I was watching the game just 2 days ago. It was Muad who asked the question, what was your most memorable moment in the past from the Royal Thomian encounters? And your answer was quite a bit tricky one, something to do with the ball striking a tree. Maybe hear a bit more of that?
Yeah, absolutely. We're playing outside at the top court at St. Thomas's. We were playing a very, very good Royal side. And I think it was my friend Sirikumara who just tossed it almost from halfway. And the ball did take a slight deflection off a branch of a tree that we had overhanging the basketball court, and it did go in. Don't think it affected the outcome of the match, though. Really good Royal teams that we played against in 96, 7 and 8. Royal had some outstanding players. Fortunately, one of them, captain of 98, no longer with us. Danushka Meghawat, who would love to be here at this game and would have made a difference in the old boys game as well, I'm sure. Lovely finish that time by the new man who's come in. Looked like Methuka. It's good defense by LeBron that time, just cutting off the pass and blocked that time. Nicely done by Chelan. And Dhruv Pereira now on the left-hand touchline. Here he is once again. Dhruv with the shot and the rebound also. So the substitution seems to be working, as the big man has come up with a few good so far. Pass was on, but chose to go for the basket instead. And now Royal 2-on-1, 3-on-1 in fact, and they don't manage to finish. Rusiru Irugal Bandara unable to control that. A few too many options for the Royalists on that fast break. Filled the lanes nicely, but didn't get the ball to the middle, which is the important thing to do on those fast breaks. Tight defense from Royal. Nicely done by them, and St. Thomas has not a lot going on with the ball. Here's Royal looking for that outside shot once again, and it comes off the front of the rim. Dhruv Pereira. Lovely pass, but unfortunately it's a little too much for LeBron. LeBron D'Alvis. Nicely done by Chalan Veerasinghe again, but intercepted back equally well by Geenath Wickramasinghe. Oh, and that's off the glass. He'll take it anyway. Will Ashel Ambawatta. Nice defense once again from Royal, and drawing the foul nicely. Chalan Veerasinghe holds his tummy saying, "Sir, I got charged," but referee was not buying it at all. Nicely drawn foul.
Nice to see all the substitutions representing college playing tremendously, just as the team did. And as we saw, Ashel Ambawatta once again with the three-pointer. This time easily taken from the foul. Geenath with the one. Goes for the two, and he does it once again. Royal College now leading by 7 points.
Full court press from the Royalists. They know that there's just one more possession to go, and the foul. Sahan with a reach in. Dhruv Pereira looking for the inbound pass, but unfortunately for him, Royal were wise to it. Just can't finish that time though. Need to finish quickly. This time Chalan Veerasinghe can't hold on to a brilliant pass. Length of the court pass that was sent out to him. And this is where the Thomian big men need to do a little better. Bandaranayake with the rebound. Veerasinghe needs to look for the man behind him. But the reach-in foul is called this time on Ambawatta.
Yashanaka and St. Thomas is taking out their captain and vice-captain. Methika and Nathan out. It would be a minor mistake done there. But as we see the coach of their team having a word with them as well right now, hopefully to bring themselves back into the game. Nevertheless, St. Thomas is once again with the attack too. Akith goes for the shot for the 3 points. Has he done it? Unfortunately, just hits the front of the basket. Royal College doing everything they can. Like a little bit of game of rugby played over there. Fighting for the ball at the ground.
Plenty of hustle from this Royal defense. They're not giving as much space to the Thomians for that mid-range jump shot they might have been looking to get. But St. Thomas's have to find a way to break this zone defense from Royal. Ambawatta to Lakindu. Good ball movement for Royal. Here's Nimhan once again and draws the foul and will go to the line.
Lakwinda doing his best, trying to add more points for his team. And gets the opportunity to do so with no defenders present as well. 2 shots is the call. Goes for the first. Unfortunately, misses it. Small pat on the back from his teammates. Still having the opportunity to add one more. Has he done it? No, unfortunately goes to the rebound. Royal College still managed to have the ball in position. The vice captain in the number 7 jersey makes his way, but a beautiful interception from Akith. He goes for the shot, but is taken to the ground. St. Thomas is now fighting. Back in this game, Akith will have the opportunity to put this into the hoop. 2 shots again is the call. Just hits inside of the rim this time, but doesn't seem to go inside.
Akith Ratnayake will want to get within 2 baskets, and at that time, not great technique, but it manages to go in. And a substitution made by Royal this time. Ganesha Raja comes back. He's been one of their busiest players, especially on the defensive end, and providing that stability in control. St. Thomas is persisting with this 3-2 defense. And line cut that time on the byline. Akith once again fouled by Lakwidu Nimhan, who needs to be a little careful. It's an unnecessary foul there. LeBron will inbound the ball. The Thomians will be desperate to get under 5 points. This is the second biggest lead of the night, and that's not how they're going to do it. Another foul again from the Thomians. Lianage that time.
Unnecessary mistakes from the Thomians, Sanaka. They do not realize they are still down by 6 points, and just giving the opportunity for Royal College to score easy points in this game. But nevertheless, it's still the second quarter. Go for the shot right outside. Has one more opportunity. Having a chat with his teammates. His main focus should be to put the ball into the hoop this time. Unfortunately misses that as well. Good coming defense from the skipper.
And this is a problem with the Thomian team. They've got these two big men, the Twin Towers if you like, but they're still being hassled by much smaller Royal defenders. That time also Siranatha Kumara coming away with the ball, this time making amends on the defensive end and just can't get it to go. And against a smaller player, he's got to make those count.
Definitely Shanaka, the skipper of the St. Thomas College Metika, seems to be the biggest player in this court today. But unfortunately, just a few mistakes can cost games. Asil Ambuata once again for the 3 points. Has he done it? Yes, he has. Beautifully taken, the third time in this game. The little man Ambuata making his college proud.
Well, again, you saw part of the problem there. Royal making sure that they're shooting behind the arc, and it's going for them today. If your hand is hot, you've got to take the points. But for St. Thomas's, we saw it just there. It was the two big men in the backcourt again, and that's not where you want them. You want them on the other end of the court and not passing to each other on the defensive end. So that's something that the coach will need to fix in terms of making sure that they rebound and get the ball out quickly. Again, another long shot and another offensive rebound and a putback. St. Thomas's really caught napping on the defensive end. Not enough hustle from them. And Royal are showing exactly the opposite determination on the, not just on the defensive end, but you can see it on the offensive end as well, as Nimhan is chasing that ball. Just they want it more, Tanvir, at this point.
Definitely, Shanaka. The Royals have been showing us in this game so far how much this means to them. Unfortunately, St. Thomas's not responding with the same verdict. But still, just the second quarter, we can never decide. And the point difference will be just 10. Still anyone's game, Shanaka.
Ambawata with another foul. It'll be interesting to see how many fouls these key players of Royal have on them. That's a second foul for Ambawata, so they've got to be a little careful that their important men don't get themselves thrown out of the game. Bandaranayake, the left-hander, doesn't get the trajectory that he needs on that one. But it's three very tall players for the Thomians on the court at the moment. And that time he gets the ball to roll.
The St. Thomas' support crowd has also reduced in their noise. These boys will need every ounce of support and cheers they can get. But nevertheless, Royal once again in the attack. Going for the three-pointer. Lakwidu has not made it through. Royal with the rebound. Wonderful backhand pass. Mayuration now with the ball. Gives it to his other corner. To his number 17. Going for the 3 points once again. But hasn't been able to make it and have conceded a foul in their favour. They will be happy with their outcome.
Luck with the Nimhan should never have been able to get a rebound so easily against those stilts. But he has, and that just shows that just desire and intelligence, knowing where to position yourself, is worth much more than height. Lakwidu Nimhan has been at the center of much of what Royal has done. Got them going with that first three-pointer as well. Really settled the nerves for them. Has been a very, very busy player along with Ganesha Raja. Again the rebound, Royal challenging on the defensive end. Not making any easy passes available for the Thomians. And Chelan Veerasinghe does really well there. You have the rugby coach coming out of the stands and asking him to come for practice if he continues like this.
The referees will have a word with the officials regarding what we do not know exactly. It seemed to be the Royalists' ball, and yes, it still will be.
Interesting one that they went to the table, had a word, not sure what the word was, but they've turned it around. They want to wipe down the sweat on the court. Could be pretty dangerous. And here's someone with a mop now. So Royal in a commanding lead at this point of the game, with 1 minute and a bit left to half time. This second quarter has really belonged to Royal. They've turned down the intensity, Tanvir, more than anything else. That's where they have really pulled away from the Thomians. Not so much in terms of skill and execution, but in terms of the intensity and the amount of offensive rebounds they've been getting.
Definitely, Shanaka. A well displayed game of basketball from this Royal outfit. And as you said, intensity, the team that wants it more will be the team that receive it, and the team that makes the most mistakes will be the ones to lose it. And Ase Lambawata once again with that three-pointer. Beautiful to see, but Nathan Fernando once again has made his way back into the court. Went for an attack that did look promising, and has managed to get a foul in his name to add 2 points for his team.
Luck with the Nimhan once again with a foul.
Nathan Fernando, most likely to be the captain of next year's outfit, but instead of that, this game is played for this encounter for this year, so he will want to make his college proud and himself as well by adding these points. He just missed the first one. Just one more, and can he do it? Yes, he has. 26-38 will be the score. 50 seconds remaining on our clock as well, Shanaka.
Well, St. Thomas's may or may not get another possession, but Royal will want to run the clock down before they shoot this basketball. 24 seconds they have. Instead, they're going straight for the shot. And here's Nathan Fernando. This one out, but Royal's defense very well positioned once again. And another foul that time by Dilum Gahawata, the vice captain of the Royal team.
The battle of the vice captains on the field there. Nathan Fernando versus Minuta. But unfortunately, Nathan Fernando was the lad to come on top. Once again, misses the first opportunity. Nerves shine. Problem here. But will he be able to add one? Yes, he does. Just like a couple of seconds ago. 17 seconds ago to be exact. Misses the first, makes his way to the second. But this time Royal College once again with the counter-attack. Migration with the ball. Looking to score, but goes for the pass to Guinet. Goes for the three-pointer, but well defended by the lad in the number 3 jersey. Back to the head of number 9. Once again to the number 3. He goes for the shot, and yes, he... As said Shanika, his tallness in this game, and as we can see, the back three of the St. Thomas's team being the tallest players in this field, in this court. But nevertheless, Royal College with the counter-attack. Back to the vice captain Minuta, goes for 3 points, but he has missed it, and that will be the end of the second quarter.
Well, that's halftime here at the Sugathadasa Stadium Indoor Complex. Thomas is finishing off that second quarter with a bit of a flurry, but not enough to catch up Royal as much as they would like. It's still a single-digit lead, though. They've brought it back down from the 13-point lead it was for a while in that half. But St. Thomas's with plenty to do. Royal, if they continue doing what they're doing at this point, it looks like it will be a comfortable victory for them. But we've seen games of two halves in plenty of places recently. As we look back at the highlights of the second quarter. Put back there from LeBron D'Alvis, and Lakwindo Nimhan with the drive and one. And that's a lovely basket from Ambawata. Great passing into the lane. And once again, St. Thomas's the good shot block but not allowing enough off the glass harbor, but not once but twice. And again, that's something that found hands where the Thomian defense should have been a little bit more alert. And Chelan Veerasinghe eventually finishing off what was an important basket. So we'll come back with lots more on the other side of halftime.
So that was wonderful.
It was a fun event.
Decides to put the chip in. That's a good kick. That's a brilliant score by Havelocks.
Now skipper Faiz Abdullah.
අයිබෝවන් VYD ෆෑන් TV තවත් එපිසෝඩ් එකක් එක තමයි ඔයාලා එකතු වෙලා ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් අද අපි ඉන්නේ CRNFC ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකේ ඩයලොග් ස්කූල් රග්බි මරදාන සෙන්ට් ජෝසප් කොලෙජ් vs සහිරා කොලෙජ් රග මැච් එකේ. ඉතින් අපි සූදානමින් ඉන්නවා මේ අද එකතු වෙලා ඉන්න ප්‍රේක්ෂකාගාරයෙන් අහලා දැනගන්න මරදානේ රග ගහන හොඳම ඉස්කෝලේ මොකක්ද කියලා. අපි බලමු ඒගොල්ලෝගේ අදහස් කොයි වගේ වෙයිද කියලා. මෙතන ඉන්න එක්කෙනෙක් අපි යාගෙන් ඉස්සලම අදහස් අහලා බලමු. මරදානේ රග ගහන හොඳම ඉස්කෝලේ මොකද්ද?
ජෝසප් කොලෙජ් තමයි.
ජෝසප්. ඉතින් මැච් එක බලන්න ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්න ලස්සන ලේඩීස්ලා දෙන්නෙක් අපිට හම්බුණා. අපි එයාලගෙමුත් අහලා බලමු. මරදානේ රග ගහන හොඳම පාසල මොකද්ද?
හොඳම පාසල සෙන්ට් ජෝසප්. මොකද අපේ නැෂනල් ටීම් එකටත් ජෝසප් එකෙන් ගියා ඉන්නවා. දැන් මේ අවුරුද්දෙත් ගියා ඉන්නවා.
ඉතින් මැච් එක බලන්න ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්න තවත් කට්ටියක් එක්ක අපි අදහස් බෙදා ගන්න බැලුවා. ඉතින් ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහනවා. මරදානේ රග ප්ලේ කරන හොඳම ඉස්කෝලේ මොකද්ද?
මරදානේ රග ප්ලේ කරන හොඳම ඉස්කෝලේ නේ. මරදානේ අපි සයිරයි ඉන්නේ. අපි උත්තරයක් දැයදවා. සයිරයත් ප්ලේ හොඳට ප්ලේ කරනවා. අපි සුළුසුළු ප්ලේ කරනවා.
දැන් තනි උත්තරයක් නැහැ. සයිරා තමයි සෙල්ලම් කරනවා. සෙන්ට් ජෝසප් තමයි සෙල්ලම් කරනවා. මේ කියන්න බැරි.
සෙන්ට් ජෝසප් කොලෙජ් කොළඹට.
ඉතින් මේ වෙලාවේ ඉන්නවා හැව්ලොක් රග්බි ටීම් එකේ කැප්ටන් උත්. ඉතින් අපි යාගෙමුත් අහලා බලමු මරදානේ රග ගහන හොඳම ඉස්කෝලේ මොකද්ද?
මරදානට නම් එකයි ජෝසප් තමයි.
ඔබේ BYD වාහනය ජෝන් කීල්ස් CG ඔටෝ සමග වෙන් කරවා ගැනීමට BYD ප්‍රදර්ශනාගාරයට
ඉතින් ප්‍රේක්ෂකාගාරය අපි හැමෝම ඇවිදගෙන යනකොට අපිට තවත් කට්ටියක් හමු වුණා. අපි ඒගොල්ලෝගෙමුත් අහලා බලමු අපේ ප්‍රශ්නේ. මරදානේ රග ප්ලේ කරන හොඳම පාසල මොකද්ද?
අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම මරදාන සයිරා විදුවල තමයි.
මරදාන සයිරා. මරදාන සයිරා.
මම සයිරෙන් මගේ පස්සේ ඉඳ මම සයිරා තමයි කියන්නේ.
හොඳම කියන්න බෑ ඔක්කොම එක වගේ තමයි ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ කරන්නේ. ඒක හොඳම කියලා කියන්න බෑ.
මම සයිරා කියේ
ඉතින් මුලින්ම මගේ පාසලට මුල් තැන දෙන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් ඒ වගේම අපි මරදාන අපේ කොලෙජ් එකේ ළඟම තියෙන පාසල සෙන්ට් ජෝසප්ස් අපි පුතාලා දෙන්න ඉගෙන ගත්ත එකේ. ඒ නිසා සෙන්ට් ජෝසප්ස් කොලෙජ් එක මම දැනුවත් ගොඩක් හොඳයි.
මම හිතන්නේ සහිරියන්ස්ලා රග පටන් අරගෙන අවුරුදු 100 සම්පූර්ණ කරා. ගිය අවුරුද්දේදී මම කියන්නේ සහිරා
ඉතින් මැච් එක බලන්න ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්න තවත් ලස්සන ලේඩීස්ලා ටිකක් අපිට හම්බුණා. අපි යාළගෙමුත් අහලා බලමු මරදානේ රග ගහන හොඳම පාසල මොකද්ද කියලා. අපි පොඩ්ඩක් කතා කරමුද? මරදානේ රග ගහන හොඳම ඉස්කෝලේ මොකද්ද? අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම සෙන්ට් ජෝසප්. සෙන්ට් ජෝසප්.
Welcome back, action here from the Sugathadasa Stadium, indoor sports complex. It's half-time here at the battle of another Royal Thomian. It's Royal Thomian season pretty much. We'll be seeing the water polo in just a couple of weeks' time, and we also had the sailing last week, and of course the rugby was a show-stopping encounter a couple of months ago as well. But here at the indoor stadium, it's Royal leading comfortably at half-time, 38 points to 29 against a young Thomian team who are looking to retain the DS Senanayake Cup. Tanvir, it looks very much like Royal have come out with the same intent they went into half-time with. Tharuka Jasundara just unable to take that left-handed drive to a finish.
Definitely, Sanaka, and as you said, the Royal Thomian season has begun. Yesterday was the Royal Thomian hockey encounter where Royal won for the third consecutive year at the newly refurnished AstroTurf in Colombo. Their third consecutive victory, and the tally stands for the Royal Thomians. Royal College winning 3 of the encounters and St. Thomas's 2, but nevertheless now here at the indoor stadium in Sugathadasa, Royal College dominating. Ashil Ambawata goes for the layup and he does it all by himself with a wonderful interception, making their lead an even greater one, 40 points, 29 now in this third quarter.
Superb steal from Ambawata, and again been talking about the Thomian big men not really playing like big men, bringing the ball down way too early and making it available to be stolen. Methika Siranatha Kuruppu, who's trying to get a captain's innings going here, but again Chelan Veerasinghe stripped by much shorter players. That's unforgivable. Kalsara looking for the drive again. Ambawata with a lovely fake and takes a step and shoots. Ashil Ambawata has been instrumental in this Royal lead.
Definitely, Ashil Ambawata coming from a family of basketball players. His cousin brother playing in the 2019 encounter, Senal Ambawata, where they emerged victorious, but this time Royal College once again in the counter-attack to the skipper. Taruka going for the three-pointer, but unfortunately not being able to make his way through. This time Nathan Fernando with the ball, wondrously making his way all the way, and he does it. Tremendous effort.
Spectacular stuff from Nathan Fernando, but it's not going to be enough. That kind of gimmicky shot, he needs to make sure that the team support him as well. Nathan Fernando now. Royal with a full court press, and they've got enough players, haven't they? They outnumber the Thomian squad by 4-3. 16 players available for Royal and just a 12 for the Thomians. It means that Royal are running the Thomians ragged.
Definitely, Shanaka. Now a foul. My mistake, not a foul. St. Thomas's College with the ball. Looking for a pass to the number 9. Trying to find space. Going for the 3 points, the number 7. Misses it. Collected cleanly by the Royalists, making his way to the other corner of the court. It had struck LeBron's hands. So Royal College once again will have the ball in their favour. Playing in the Thomians' danger zone this time. Ashil Ambawata will be the lad to put the ball in play.
Very mature performance from Royal so far. can see the experience, and especially going the distance in that inter-school tournament. Can see how they're just coming up with those steals. Zero communication between the Thomian players and their ball controllers. Whoever's got the ball not getting any kind of help to say where the defenders are coming from, and that's a foul. Oh, it's not a foul. Nicely done by Ambavatta. Forced a backcourt play. Just stuck his hip out there and made sure that the Thomian player couldn't come back to the front court. Raja attracting two players and taking the shot, but again the rebound, the offensive rebound from the Royalists is a good one. Ambavatta. It's nicely done by Royal once again, just not giving any easy balls to the Thomians.
Another thing we've been missing here at this game, Shanak, is the cheering support from the bench of both schools. Nevertheless, we just heard a few chants from the Royal bench, but died down pretty quickly. The time has stopped for a bit to just have a quick wipe in the court. It's quite heaty here inside the stadium, but nevertheless St. Thomas is once again with the ball in position to the number 7, making his way through, trying to do it all by himself, and he has the number 7 of St. Thomas's College. LeBron does well with his name as well. Royal College once again in the counter attack. To number 17 to the number 11. Mayureshan with the ball once again. Back to the number 5. Goes to the 3-pointer. Has he done it? Yes! The young Ambavatta once again 3-pointer. Nathan Fernando trying to do something here all by himself. Looking for support. Passes it to his skipper, but unfortunately fumbles it. Royal College once again in the attack. Guinnett goes to the shot, misses it, goes to the rebound. The vice captain. But St. Thomas College managed to regain position. A tremendous interception by Kalsar. Now back to the number 11, to Dineth. He goes to the pass to the vice captain, looking for that 3-point, but manages to go forward. A clumsy shot from him. And St. Thomas College once again may have a sigh of relief there with the tremendous attack from the Royal outfit.
Royal completely dominant on the court at the moment, on both ends of the court. Minita Delungahavatta using his physicality well. Again, a player that they'll look to get the ball to under the basket. But a couple of drives, some spectacular drives from St. Thomas's, keeping them within touching distance. Still a double-digit lead, of course. But Fernando with a nice drive and finish, and LeBron D'Alvis also with a lovely finish to a layup. Unfortunately, it's not consistent enough from the Thomians. Again, Chelan Veerasinghe showing that habit of bringing the ball down and dribbling inside his own defensive D. And that's something that he's got to get some help from his ball controllers. The faster, smaller men get available and make sure that they call for the ball so that Chelan doesn't have these smaller players snapping at his ankles. That's where Royal really have done well by making sure they press St. Thomas's on the defensive end, using a full court press for large parts of this game and really hassling the younger Thomian team.
Yes, Shanak, clumsy mistakes made by this. Clumsy mistakes made by the St. Thomas's outfit. But still, the third quarter now, just 5 minutes, less than 6 minutes remaining. St. Thomas is going for the attack there. Unfortunately, misses it. The skipper not having the best game so far. Mayureshan going for that pass to Arcel Ambavatta once again to Tevindu. Looking for support in the corner to the vice captain Minutha. He makes his way right down to the hoop. Doesn't go for the points, but Lakvindu finishes it for him and has got a foul in his favor. Can he add the remaining points as well?
Tevindu Ratnayaka will go to the line. Excellent ball movement from Royal, knowing exactly where the passing lanes are.
Definitely, Shanak, the combination of these players on the Royal team has showed promising. The teamwork that they have showed in this game is something that has showed their dominance as well, something St. Thomas's has missed in this game so far. I hope they do realize it sooner than later. Still leading by 15 points to the Royalists, still in the attack.
Well, that's the fourth opportunity of the same possession. Royal have taken 4 shots, 4 of them have missed, and they've got the ball back, and now for the 5th time as well. This is where Royal are winning this game easily. Fortunately can't get the put back, and Guinness that time does it. Finally puts an end to that defensive misery for St. Thomas's.
As a pass basketball player, Shanaka for the boys in blue, black and blue. It might look a bit upsetting, but nevertheless still the third quarter in this game. Royal College leading now by 16 points. St. Thomas's with the ball in their favour, trying their best to at least catch up in this quarter to make it easier in the next quarter. And Nathan Fernando has been subbed out.
The body language from the Royalists, of course, you can see the energy and the intensity that they bring to the court. They are not afraid to give away the fouls when they need to as well. Kidu getting his hand in there, just spoiling everything that St. Thomas's tries. You can see how hard they are pressing. Dhruv Pereira. St. Thomas's overloading the right side, but not able to find a shooter.
Support play is what this team is lacking, Shanaka, and they need to get it up there. They are getting opportunities after opportunities, but just a few fumbles here and there is what's costing them the game. Royal College, as you said from the body language, showing that intensity and determination to win this game and once again retain the DS Senanayake trophy. Nevertheless, St. Thomas's College once again with the ball from the corner. He goes for a lob, but doesn't make the best of it. Royal College now with the opportunity in the attack position. Something we've seen throughout this game. Royal College have been the team with the greater position percentage. And to the vice captain, Minutha, he tries twice, but still not available. St. Thomas's skipper tries his best and does manage to steal the ball, but loses it in that interception. The vice captain once again going for a shot, misses it the first time, passes it back to the number 5, Ambavatta.
Ball has been turned over, but once again, Royal will never go away with just one shot. They're getting at least a couple of opportunities. Getting those offensive rebounds, making sure the bounce of the ball falls their way. The Thomians will have to try and minimize that as much as possible. Lovely drive and just manages to get it to go. There's Bandaranayake, but it looks like he might have taken a bit of a shot to the face. These goggles that are available now, much more easily than they were when I was playing, I can tell you that. Horace Grant was probably the only player wearing goggles at that time. Nicely passed, nice assist that time as well. That's where Royal have been superior. They've really moved the ball with a lovely understanding between their players, and that's a travel call on Dhruv Pereira. Nice fake by the young lad, but fortunately took an extra step. Ambavatta turning on the razzle-dazzle now. Lovely ball from Ambavatta to Lakmidu, and that's the understanding between those two players. They have been absolutely superb, individual and in combination as well. Superb work on the defensive end of the court once again from Royal, and the ball movement is sumptuous here. If you're a Royal fan, you are loving this stuff. LeBron D'Alves trying to go coast to coast and does so.
Definitely Shanaka, 2 points added by the Thomians, but as you said, being a Royal fan myself, this game has been quite the turnaround. Lakhindu there trying to do a little bit of a tricky play, but unfortunately messes it up. An unfortunate and unnecessary mistake, to be honest, as well. But still ball for the Royal favour. And as we see the combination from these players, they are doing well together. St. Thomas's need to come together as one, as this is a team sport as well. But still, Royal College Ambawatta trying to go for that shot there, but unfortunately misses it. And the ball has gone out to St. Thomas's College once again. Will be in the attack. The big lad, the captain, not really understanding that he is the biggest player in this game today. Using that size advantage should be his key strength, but unfortunately not doing the best of it.
Yes, you have to question what St. Thomas's have prepared for in terms of tactics with the personnel available to them. Not sure the style of play that they're adopting is, and that's again another miss from Methika Seelanathakumara, and he's missed a few under the basket today, which absolutely needed to go. That's a great shot from LeBron D'Alvis from way downtown. They'll need a bit more of those, but it's a 16-point lead. St. Thomas is adopting the full court press, but again, it's a bit of a half-hearted press. Not so much that real we are going to get the ball back mentality that Royal have had. Senla Bandaranayake with the rebound that time, and LeBron D'Alvis. They will try and shut him down at the top. Lovely drive from him and just can't get the roll.
St. Thomas is trying their best to attack and add more points to the board, but still not being able to. Now Royal College in the attack. To the number 12 going for the shot, but misses it tremendously. But still, a foul has been called.
Again, Nathan Fernando. There was no shot on there. Didn't really need to foul. Knew he had his captain behind him to shut the door on that drive, but gave the foul away. So again, it's about experience for this very young Thomian team, making sure that they learn from this wonderful display of attacking and defensive basketball from Royal.
Yes, Shanaka, definitely. And as I said, just Methika, the keeper of the Thomian outfit, is the oldest player and the only last year player in this game. The remaining 14 players who are playing and who is in the bench have either 1 year or more. So hopefully they can understand from the mistakes they make this year to come back stronger next year. But still, just 1.5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. LeBron going for the attack, tries to go for the shot, but is blocked from the number 15, but it has been fouled as well. So St. Thomas is having the opportunity to add 2 more points in their favor.
Again, the reaction time. LeBron D'Alvis drove to the basket, yes, but there were 4 players in the front court with him that should have flooded the basket and given him a few options. So it's just about the decision making, the understanding with each other as well. And at this intensity, the first time being exposed to this kind of intensity, you can understand why St. Thomas's are faltering. But you have to say it has been a very complete performance from this Royal team. You can see why they are finalists at the inter-school basketball.
Definitely, Shanaka, the combination is what's missing from this Thomian team. Getting the opportunities but still not managing to finish them off. Had the opportunity to score 2 points but still going for nil there. Royal College once again, Mayuresan in the attack, trying his best to do something from the corner. Was the lad in the number 13 jersey, Agalavatta once again. St. Thomas's College attacking back, but is bossed down and they have lost the ball, but still it will be in their favor. Nathan Fernando making his way to begin the proceedings once again, looking for that support play. No one seems to want the ball, Sean, from the Thomians outfits as well. Putting their heads down, acting like they've already lost the game, but still just 57 seconds in this quarter, and there is one more quarter. 13 points to catch up as well. Does not look promising from the boys from Mount Lavinia, but Royal College attacking proudly and with purpose. Asal Ambawatta this time not making the 2 points that he could have done. St. Thomas College lost the ball once again in an unnecessary display. A bit of a shame to the Thomian supporters here at the indoor stadium.
Well, you've got to wonder, Chelan Veerasinghe, he's a little confused. He had to travel there, but because he's such a tall lad and he's also got decent dribbling skills, he's a little confused about what his role is in the team. He's bringing the ball up way too often. He should be going basket to basket. Just making a nuisance of himself on both ends, but in fact he's the one who's actually controlling the ball a lot. So these are areas that St. Thomas's will have to work on in the close season after this game is done.
Definitely, Shanaka. LeBron Dialvis has been everywhere since he's made his way into the court. Once again with the ball at hand, going for that three-pointer. Yes, he's done it. Much needed momentum gain from the Thomian outfit. 43-53 now, just a 10-point deficit.
You got to take your hats off to Dialvis, don't you? If one of your, he's MKLM Dialvis, and if one of your initials is LeBron, you better be able to play like he is, and he's doing it justice. Needs a little bit of support. It's better from St. Thomas's. Nathan Fernando fires an off-balance, clumsy shot away, but that's the end of the third quarter. St. Thomas's would be grateful for that reprieve, but it's a 10-point game, and it was a little larger a lead at the start of that quarter, so St. Thomas's will be happy that they've managed to bring it to, or keep it to 10 points after Royal really dominated. So let's see what the final quarter has in store for us.
Definitely, Shanaka. Third quarter, point confirmation. Royal College 53 to St. Thomas's 43. Just a 10-point deficit coming into the last 10 minutes of this game. As a rugby player, Shanaka, basketball isn't my greatest expertise, but the only basketball that I have played was in college during the interval times or while it was busting periods. But the combination of this Royal team, and as we see the highlights as well, it has shown promise, but unfortunately the Thomians, just a combination from two players or just one is not what they need right now. There are 5 players in the court for a reason to come together as one. But for me, standout performances from the Thomian outfit have been LeBron Dialvis and Nathan Fernando in the team with the white jerseys.
I think Chelan Veerasinghe has also tried manfully. He's had a lot of the ball. He's had a lot to do on the defensive end of the court, not a lot on the offensive end, and that's where I think St. Thomas's really need to maybe work on their conditioning to make sure that these big men are able to get from coast to coast quickly, so that there are targets for their smaller men to hit. And with the amount of height that they've got, Senator Bandaranaike also easily plus much more than 6 foot. So if you've got these 3 men, you've got to be able to use them well, and they can't be giving away offensive rebounds. I think that's where St. Thomas's have really lost the match, by allowing Royal to just sidle up beside them, not making sure that they get physical at that under the basket on the defensive end, and blocking out the much smaller Royal players and getting more of that ball. That's where they've given this game away.
Definitely, Shanaka, well said. Nicely said as well. And hopefully in this fourth quarter we will be able to see a difference from the St. Thomas's team. Royal College in the first 3 quarters has been showing determination and promise to win this game after 2 years. So St. Thomas's College will try their best. Still just a 10-point deficit in 10 minutes. They have to catch up. But this time Mayuration going for the attack, finding a man in the middle to go for the shot, but unfortunately is stopped by the defense of the Thomians, but it had been fouled as well. The number 17, Kalsara, will be the lad to add the easy points, but misses the first one, something that he might regret later in this game. Having the second opportunity now, Shanaka. Will he be able to do it? No, he does not. Going for that rebound. No one seemed to want that ball except for the shot taker as well. A pass through his legs in between. Goes to the shot, Mayuration. Misses it once again, but this time the number 3 using his height for the advantage, as he should have in the early stages of this game. Still making his way forward. Doing well, but he's finally brought to the ground, unfortunately. It had been fouled as well. Lads are falling down like flies here at Sugathadasa.
Well, the first thing that they need to do with Chelan Veerasinghe is get him to the gym in the next three months or so. Get some muscle on the lad and bring him back. I think it might be a fouling out from Lakwinder Nimhan. He won't mind that because he has really contributed. His fouls have been important. They've been hard when they needed to be, not giving away and one baskets.
Definitely, Shanaka, a tremendous game these players had, but it has been the end of his game so far. But now St. Thomas's College, Veera Singh will be the lad to add the 2 points.
Well, he seems like he's getting some touching up on the sideline, Lakvindu. So he might be back. It might be just an injury, a blood injury that they've taken him out. It's a 10-point game, and Chelan Veerasinghe looking to bring it down to single digits. Does exactly that. But there's a timeout being called. In fact, there's a substitution being made, and Akit Ratnayake is on the court again. LeBron trying to reach around the back. He's got to be careful when he does that, but again, the big men getting drawn out and leaving that under the basket area really exposed to Geeneth Wickramasinghe, who does really well to sneak around the back.
Chelan Veerasinghe fighting dominantly to defend that ball, and has done well in his name, finally realizing it, but just a little too late in my case. But nevertheless, Royal College with the opportunity once again. The number 4, Geeneth, and in front of him the vice captain Nathan Fernando. Just a quick wipe as well. Quite the linings in this court, Shanaka. It's a bit confusing as well.
Yes, there's netball lines, badminton lines, volleyball lines, the whole lot. The players are doing pretty well though. No time on the shot clock, and knowing that it was Thavindra Ratnayake who took the shot. Akit Ratnayake inbounds the ball to LeBron Dialvis. Dialvis back to Chelan Veerasinghe. Veerasinghe just can't get it to go.
Chelan Veerasinghe once again. His name has been the name that comes out from both our mouths in this quarter, Shanaka. Being everywhere in this game, doing well in defense and offense. And as we see in our screens, he has unfortunately fouled it. So Royal College will have the opportunity to attack once again from the center of the court. Dhruv in the field as well. Asil Ambawata, the little man who has had quite the performance in this game so far. Number 4-2, Asil Ambawata goes over the top, unfortunately not being able to finish it. Nathan Fernando fighting for that ball. Back to Veerasinghe. Veerasinghe attacking now, looking for support from the corner, but unfortunate mistake from the number 7 of St. Thomas's, LeBron. Still Royal College once again in the counter-attack. Mayureshan with the ball, passes it to his teammate, to the number 4, and unnecessary no-look pass there from him. And now Nathan Fernando once again with the ball from the corner. Asil Ambawata doing well to defend. Asil Ambawata going all the way. Can he finish it? Unfortunately he could not, but it had been fouled from the Thomians.
Ambawata would have loved the basket, but the important foul that time, just making sure that it doesn't get more than a 9-point lead. It was a foul that had to be made. But again, Nathan Fernando just getting caught in that dangerous area. Ambawata with the first one. Royals' defense has really been tremendous. They've been watching their colleagues on the rugby pitch and seen how much defense can do to win you games. Senate.
Once again in the attack is the Royalists. Mayureshan to Geeneth. Geeneth to Mayureshan. Back to Geeneth. But unfortunately, he has missed it. St. Thomas's College will be in the attack once again. Number 6 has been brought out and has been replaced. Referee just waiting. Not exactly sure for what for. And back to proceedings, number 7 to the number 8, Nathan Fernando.
Once again, Royal not even allowing that inbound pass without a contest. And again another one, and that's what gives them the ball back. So this has been a superb defensive performance. Royal just getting in the eyes of every Thomian player who tries to catch the ball, and that's a nice pass from Nathan Fernando to LeBron D'Alvis. Those two combining well on very few occasions, unfortunately, for the Thomians. That's better from Nathan that time, but the foul by Mayuresh and Ganesharaja.
Heavily strapped knees, Nathan Fernando. A good combination coming previously with LeBron as well. Not exactly sure what his injuries is, but hopefully it's not that severe. Still in the game, Nathan Fernando has showed some promise coming into this fourth quarter as well. The attack now, number 20 to the number 3, but unfortunately is intercepted by the Royalists. But the referee will bring it back as the court is wet once again. Not the best of games from the Thomian outfit this year, Shanaka, and they will be quite disappointed how they have played. If they manage to be the victorious team, it will be something that no one would have expected in this stadium in Sri Lanka and the people watching worldwide as well. As I know a few old boys from both schools who are watching this game from Europe, America and Australia as well. But nevertheless, the Royal fans will be happy with this outcome, definitely.
Well, it will be an absolute miracle if St. Thomas has come back to win this. But from their point of view, Tanvir, they will be happy that they've managed to keep it to 9 points. It's just a single-digit lead, and which means that it's still psychologically possible to get it back with 3 baskets. And given how dominant Royal have been in terms of possession and in terms of their real dominance on the boards, on both the defensive and offensive ends, St. Thomas's will be happy that it's just a 9-point margin.
Definitely Shanaka, as one would have it. But still, to bear a loss in a game with such heavy burden to carry. But as normally, as I would say, pressure is a privilege for these boys who are playing this game as well. And Tharukujai Sundara, the skipper, missing both those shots, being a bit sloppy. Still now just a 9-point deficit and just 7 minutes remaining on the clock. Dhruv now with the ball, trying his best to make his way through. Back to Nathan Fernando. Nathan Fernando goes for the shot, but unfortunately misses it as well. Once again, Dhruv makes his way through, passes it to Nathan. Nathan back to the number 3, Veer Singh, but an unnecessary mistake to his skipper, to his vice captain, Nathan Fernando. But again missed. And now Royal College again with the counter-attack. Asel Ambawatta, he has showed true promise in this game. Passes back to his teammate, going for the 3-pointer. Still not being able to hoop it in. Back to Veer Singh. Veer Singh to LeBron. LeBron goes for the shot and still misses it to the skipper. And finally, the skipper has done it, making his way to the end of the court to add the 2 points. And now Royal College back in the counter-attack. Lakvindu to the number 17, to Geeneth, to Ambawatta, my apologies. Trying there, but is covered with the dominating St. Thomas's defense. Tremendously done, but still Royal College in position. Geeneth with the ball now, passing it to his number 8, going for the 3-pointer, but still not being able to. And as we saw there as well, Shanaka, no one going for that rebound from both teams, not just the defending team, but the attacking team as well. They would have wanted to, but the players know best, I would say.
That was good from Methika Siranathakumara on the other end of the court. That's what they've needed from their captain, and that was the first time they really got it. Chelan Veerasinghe with the fast break, but pass to no one. So 5.5 minutes left on the clock. It's a 7-point game. St. Thomas's don't need to panic. They can come up with some nice set plays as we've seen. But from the Royalist end, all they need to do is make sure that they don't do anything silly. Go on as they have been.
St. Thomas's schoolboys cheering on for their team, not losing hope yet. And now responding back is the Royalists. Hit the mud crowd here at the Sugathadasa Stadium. Just 5.5 minutes remaining in this game. Royal College will be happy with this score, but the best of comfortable scores that they should be. It's still anyone's game, Shanaka. Thomas's now just having almost a 15-point deficit earlier has managed to make it just 7 points now. Hoping after this comeback that they will have a different game to finish this game with a different outcome that all of us are expecting here at the Sugathadasa Stadium.
So you can say that the Ethiopians actually won that third quarter. They had a few spectacular baskets from LeBron and Nathan. And Methika, I think, got maybe what was his first basket perhaps. So they'll need a little bit more from their captain, but looking at the way that St. Thomas's have lined up for this fourth quarter, or for the last few minutes of this fourth quarter, looks like they want to play very quickly. And they've got most of their speedsters on the pitch. The court, beg your pardon.
Every shot taken and every point taken is mattered in this game now. Still 5.5 minutes remaining. Mayureshan now passing it to Ambawata. Ambawata to Tevindu, back to Ambawata. Asel now making his way through, going for the 2 points, but still misses it. Mayureshan with the ball, one with the rebound. Back to the number 4. Guinnett going for a shot there, but it's taken down. Has it been a foul?
Well,
yes, it has.
May sound like a broken record, but 3 6.5 footers, and Royal still come away with the offensive rebound. And that's something that St. Thomas's will have to really analyze when they go back and watch this game again, which I hope they do. Keeneth, no need for a rebound on that. Nothing but net from Vikramasinghe. And again, that full court press, really pressurizing Nathan Fernando. Lucky that the ball rolls his way of LeBron Dialvis. And again, Royal come away with that from Ganesharaja. Gets a good look, but chooses to come back inside, and unfortunately the pass from Mayureshan is not the best one. Foul on LeBron, who would have wanted to get that shot away.
Much needed foul by the Thomians. They really need to add these 2 points. They will make the game a 6-point deficit. 2 3-pointers will be needed then after, or just 3 2-points.
Royal have been very canny in the way they've approached this. They know that they've got enough players to give away as many fouls as they need in important moments, and they haven't given away cheap fouls, which is a really intelligent thing that this Royal College team have done. They've made sure they fouled when it mattered, and that basket could have made a difference for St. Thomas's if it did go in. Nicely finished that time. Here's LeBron. Draws the foul once again. That time it was Tevindu who got back in defense. And you have to say, since Lakwidu Nimhan fouled out Tanvir, Royal haven't been as sharp.
Definitely, Shanak. And as you said earlier, the third quarter win versus St. Thomas's. And the fourth quarter also looking promising by the Thomian outfit. Now just 8-point deficit once again. LeBron doing well to put those points in. Last one, yes, he does it once again. 50 points to 58. And just 4 minutes remaining. Royal College playing sloppy in this fourth quarter. Hopefully they won't regret it once the end whistle is blown. But still Royal College once again in the attack. Migration looking for support play. And in the back is still lad in the number 4 jersey. Not the best of passes as well. This Royal team is making mistake after mistake in this fourth quarter.
You can see what the coach is doing though. He wants to give the younger players a chance to play under pressure. Taruka Jasundara is on the bench. And he will come back in if necessary. But again, Dhruv Pereira unable to control that one. And the offensive rebounds have been few and far between for the Thomias. And again, Dhruv doing really well. Just can't find someone to pass the ball to. Now he does. Nathan Fernando dribbling between two Royalists, but losing the ball. But fortunately for him, he will get the inbound pass.
Nathan Fernando once again with the ball, looking for support, going for the pass to his skipper, and easy 2 points added by Methika, the captain of the Thomian outfit. 53 points to 58 will be the score, and a timeout has been called from the Royal team. St. Thomas's College will be very, very happy on how this fourth quarter has gone on so far. Just 5 points now, Shanaka.
Well, it looks like we're seeing what we really needed to see in the first 3 quarters from Methika Siranatha Kuruppu. He made 2 important baskets and managed to get physical and dominate in that front court. And that's what he hasn't been doing. Easily the biggest player on this court. And he hasn't really been making it count. He has on those 2 occasions. And now this is a lead that St. Thomas's might want to have a crack at. 3.5 minutes, anything could happen. But once again, Royal will just need to make sure that they play as they have been. Keep the full court press on. It will be interesting to see who the personnel are that the Royal court chooses to come onto the pitch, onto the court at this point in time. Because this is a very important passage of play. So who does he bring on? Lakvindu really hasn't fouled out. Fortunately for Royal, he's been patched up. And so it was an injury like we suspected. And he's been patched up, got a plaster on his jaw. And he will be the one to try and see this game out. And with him on the pitch and Taruka Sundar also, the captain, coming back on. So the captain, the coach rather, has gone for his most important players. And this is where Royal will want to really close the game out. I think they might have a little bit more than that. Might have even 2 more years. Nimhan doing really well. Back on the pitch, on the court now. Dhruv Pereira. That's a much better pass. But unfortunately, Methika Siranatha Kumara can't keep it in hand for long enough to get the shot away. But that's what they need to do to get the skipper open. Mayuresan with the finish. Oh, that's spectacular. That's the basket that will seal it. That's a wonderful finish. And he really needed that to count. Nimhan again with a really good performance. Didn't move. Didn't draw the charge, but at the same time didn't allow that penetration on the offensive end of the court. And that basket taking the lead back out to 7 points from Mayuresh and Ganesharaja will certainly settle the nerves of the Royal players and the Royal bench, because a 5-point lead certainly was vulnerable, but not. Again, a foul from Nimhan. Oh, and Nimhan has fouled out. That's his 5th. So he was teetering on the brink, and this time, has he done enough? With 2 minutes left on the clock, was that basket, the one that he played a part in, enough? And now you've got to bring Taruka Jasundara on. Has the skipper got the conditioning to last out this next 2 minutes?
Definitely, Shanaka. That will be a major loss for the Royalists, losing Lavinia. But we thought as we lost him before, but this time for sure. Now Dhruv to add the 1 point, but unfortunately misses that as well. Still a 7-point deficit, just 2 minutes remaining. The number 4 lad goes and he does it once again. Tremendous effort. Mayuresan intercepts the ball, still in the attack, the Royalists. But they have lost it. Nathan Fernando. Back to LeBron. LeBron with the ball, will look for space, passes it to the number 20. Open play for him. No time for him to waste. Makes his way to the center of the field, but is fouled. The Royalists have conceded a foul, so Dhruv will have another opportunity to add 2 more points for his college.
So now the fouls are shooting opportunities for the Thomians, so that's where Royal have to be a little bit careful, but they won't mind because they've got another 9-point lead. And the Thomians' form at the free throw line hasn't been something terrifying enough for Royal not to give these fouls away. So they'll be quite happy to foul at the top and send St. Thomas's to the line.
Guinness with the ball once again. Guinness finding his way all to the other end of the court. Has he done it? No, he hasn't, but he has been fouled by LeBron, unfortunately. And as I said before as well, Shanaka, LeBron and Nathan Fernando having another year in their favour, playing so well in this game. Still 9 points deficit. Kudos to him as he is subbed out. The number 9 will come in to take his place. Nevertheless, Guinness now missing that first opportunity to add 1 point. But he will have it once again. Both colleges will want to rebound it. Something we haven't seen throughout this game is the rebound. But this time the skipper for the Thomian outfit rebounds it, gives it to Dhruv. Dhruv to Fernando. Fernando goes for 3 points, but unfortunately he misses it. Mayuresan once again with the ball. Dhruv on his tail.
Royal just need to run the clock down now. Need to make sure they take 20 seconds to try and get a shot off. Taruka Jasundara has controlled things really well. The skipper hasn't played many minutes, but when he has been on, Royal have looked like they know exactly what they're doing. You see him calming Guinnett down there, knowing that there's nothing that needs to be done spectacular just to see this game out. Another few possessions and they will be lifting the cup.
Definitely, Shanaka. Dhruv once again having the opportunity to add those 2 points to make the point margin 7 points. Can he do it for his team? Just 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining on our clock. Manages to miss the first one, unfortunately. He will be kicking himself in the back for that. Missing 5 points in total from the foul throws. The skipper coming to have a word with him, a pat on the back and just a small talk to get his nerves down. Still though, St. Thomas's in this battle. 1 minute remaining, 9 point deficit. Can they do something from here? But Royal is not backing down. still trying their best to retain the trophy.
Drew Pereira will be hoping he misses this and Methika gets the rebound, but for him, Royal are the ones that come away with the rebound. It's been really good. Devindu Ratnayaka under the basket. Again, controlling things a little, knowing exactly what he needs to do.
Nathan Fernando there this time, hitting the ball out in the defense. He has been everywhere in this game, Shanaka. But as well as the Royalists, we can't single-handedly point just one. Playing together, and tremendous effort from the players as we see in the court, and who is sitting down at the bench as well. Asil Ambawatta, who has scored those important 3 points, as well as the vice captain with that important defense. But nevertheless, Royal College going for that 3 points once again, but does miss it. 45 seconds now remaining in this game. The Royalists just have to keep the ball at hand and just let the clock run.
From my point of view, though, I think Imhan, even though he has fouled out, was easily the most important player for Royal. Started off proceedings with a 3-pointer as well. And when he's been off, Royal have looked like a different team. Methika Siranatha Kumara unable to get those to go, and you have to say that the free throw shooting has let St. Thomas's down. Should at least be 50 or 60% off the line, and St. Thomas's have been well short of that. Yes, Devindu thinks about the pass but goes for the shot instead, when I thought the pass was what he needed to make. Geeneth, Ganesha Raja get the finger roll, but Veerasinghe now too. That's a foul, and it's a 4-shot play. He will go to the buzz. He will go to the line. That was Lianage.
Wonderful shot by Lianage, Shanaka over there. And as we saw previously, the skipper of St. Thomas's, Methika, missing those 2 points. Tried to lead by example, but unfortunately for him, was unable to do so. And a timeout called by the Thomians this time. Just 22 seconds remaining in this game, Shanaka. 6-point deficit. What was once 16 points to 15 points to 8 points is now 6 points. The Thomians still not letting go of this game. They will want to do their best, having not the best of the first half. But in this second half, Shanaka, they have showed promise. Nathan Fernando, Dhruv, and as well as Veerasinghe, the tall lad, and LeBron, showing and leading their team to make their way in the defense and attack. But Royal is now missing Lakwindu in this final quarter, in the last 22 seconds as well. Will it be the damage that will cost them the game? Or can the Royalists hold on just for 22 seconds more?
Well, it's 22 seconds, so I don't think St. Thomas is going to be able to come back into this. But you have to take your hat off to how the Thomians have fought back in this game. It was a fairly substantial lead in that second quarter that they overcame to come back to a 6-point lead. And this will be one shot. And Methika needed to rebound that one and will go to the line. But again, going to the line is not enough for a guy of his ability and his size. He needs to put those away and get the 2 points rather than the potential 1.
Having that size advantage, Shanaka, you might just assume that it would be easy for him. But unfortunately, Methika, the skipper of the St. Thomas's team, has been playing well. But just a few fumbles here and there is what is costing them. Minor mistakes, Shanaka. Minor mistakes is the reason for this upset. And now 19 points with a timeout. Royal College will be happy with this.
St. Thomas's have lost quite a few really important players. Bulat Singalage, who was a big man that did a lot of the scoring and controlled the game. Then, of course, Shadrach and Ramanayaka as well, whom they have lost. These are the 3 big players that did most of the scoring and controlling of the game last year. And this is where the young lads will have to step up. And they've shown that they've got the mettle for it, even though they're walking wounded at the moment and are much smaller both in age and physicality than this Royal team. Good preparation for next year will see them overcome those potentials.
Unfortunately, once again, the skipper of the Tomian outfit, Methika, misses that point. Can he do it this time? Yes, he does. A timeout once again called by the Royalists. Now 18 seconds remaining on our clock. Still 6 points in 18 seconds. If the Tomians do this, Shanaka, honestly, it'll be a miracle. A comeback off the edges, I would say.
Important timeout that Royal called there to make sure that they manage to get the ball to the other end without wasting too much time. And maybe take a set play, maybe go for a three-pointer. 14 seconds left on the clock for them. I think that might be reset after this timeout.
This might be the last conversation the coaches will have with their respective teams. 18 seconds, Shanaka. Who would have thought these last 18 seconds will be just as important? As we said, kudos to the St. Thomas's team, the young lads who have fought valiantly in this second, third and fourth quarter. Something they were lacking in the first two quarters. The official just going to the Royal bench, telling them to make their way into the court. The St. Thomas anticipating, looking anxiously to play a ball as soon as they can. The Royalists only needing to keep the ball in position for the next 18 seconds.
Royal choosing Minuta Gameatige to come into this crucial play. And that's been stolen. Drew Pereira will take the three. It's not good. They'll take another one. And that's not good either. But St. Thomas is showing good awareness, knowing that the layup alone won't do. And that's the game. Ganesha Raja gets the final shot away, but it's too little too late from St. Thomas's. They came within 2 baskets of stealing the cup. But unfortunately for them, it was not enough. But a dominant second quarter performance from this Royal College team see them to the 20th annual DS Senanayake Challenge Cup. And Taruka Jasundara and his team, with a really important couple of quarters early on in the game, managing to make the difference and taking home the cup in what was a memorable and much hard-fought encounter than everyone thought it would be at halftime.
Definitely, and as we saw moments ago, Lakvindu having a small conversation with last year's captain Osanda. What a wonderful feeling Royal College must be having right now, winning the trophy, the DS Senanayake trophy, after 2 years. The luck at the Sugathadasa Stadium has brought the Royalists victorious in their 20th encounter here at the Sugathadasa Indoor Stadium. The last victory also was here in the year 2022, where Royal won with just 2 points under the captaincy of Yuganan Bhaskaran. And then Tishan Pereira winning it for the St. Thomas's at the Air Force ground with 17 points, and Jehan Bulat Singhala winning it at the Royal College Complex last year. And this time Taruka Jayasundara, the Royal captain, will bring back the DS Senanayake trophy back to Reed Avenue.
Yavinder Nimhan with a heavily bandaged chin was outstanding for Royal today. Delivered on both ends of the court to make sure that Royal stayed in front. They didn't concede that lead after they went into a commanding position at halftime, and in the end it's just 5 points in it, but it could have been much worse for St. Thomas's if you took time. You thought they were looking down the barrel, but the young Thermians fighting back, and Nimhan's injury also costing Royal a crucial portion of that game. But in the end he had enough to come back, and Ganesh Raja's layup, reverse layup in fact it was, that made the difference as we look at the highlights of the fourth quarter. Methika late from skipper for to take control of the boards a little earlier on. And this was a lovely finish from Ganesha Raja, which really finished the game off for the Thomians. And that was the final shot that he got away, but not before the buzzer had sounded. And now the jubilant Royal College stewards will welcome the team back to Reed Avenue. And we'll go in for a commercial break. Just to remind you that St. Thomas the under 13 and 17 encounters, Royal College winning the under 15 encounter and the under 19 encounter. We'll be back after the break with the presentation.
So that was wonderful.
It was a fun event.
Welcome to an exclusive behind-the-scenes look of the Asia Rugby Men's Championship 2025. Today we're thrilled to bring you a thrilling encounter between the Sri Lankan Tuskers and the United Arab Emirates in the iconic racecourse grounds in Colombo.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of BYD Fan TV. We're joining from the Trinity College up in Palekale as part of the final week of the Dialog Schools Rugby League. And we're here to ask some of our fans a few interesting questions. And if you could get one of Dan Carter, Johnny Wilkinson, Brian Habana to mentor your rugby team, who would it be and why?
Dan Carter.
Why?
He has proven himself.
Johnny Wilkinson. He can win matches. Individually he can change everything.
Johnny Wilkinson.
Why?
Well, he had proven himself, I think. Yeah.
Richie.
Why?
Why? I have no idea.
I would say Dan Carter. And I don't have to explain why. Everyone should be knowing, any rugby enthusiast should be knowing why Dan Carter is.
Johnny Wilkinson.
Why?
He one team who can even predict and see what he's going to do, easily put a drop where the opponent doesn't expect.
Brian Habana, because I'm a South African, a Springbok supporter, definitely the South African guy.
Dan Carter. Probably, I would say, the best orchestrator in the game. He's not just a kicker. So I suppose he's my favorite, and I would choose him.
Wilkinson.
Why?
Kicking.
Right.
John Wilkinson.
Why?
Because he had the ball that you pass 2 times and you collect it off from the center. So that was the time that in our era, right, that was a try.
Richie Mako, because the style that Trinity plays is very similar to All Blacks, so I will go for Richie Mako.
Johnny Wilkinson, because of the kicking.
Reserve your BYD vehicle today with John Keel's CG Auto by visiting the BYD showrooms or call us on 0112 125 25.
Right, and if you could have one of Richie McCaw, Dan Carter, Johnny Wilkinson or Brian Habana to mentor your team, who would it be?
I'm not that conversant with the names that you mentioned. I just enjoy the school games, that's all.
Richie McCaw, because he reads the game very well.
That would be Richie McCaw because he was a great leader, I believe. And I would say my second best team would be All Blacks.
Probably Brian Habana because I can remember once I saw him, giving a motivational video to our school. I can remember. So I'd probably pick him.
I would say Wilkinson because the team is playing really well. We lost the Royal match because of our place kicker. Messed up. So I think a good place kicker would be a good coach, mentor, I think.
Johnny is a world-class player, left footer. I'll have Johnny in my team.
He's the best man I have ever seen.
Richie McCaw, I would say, would be because of his tactical decision making.
I would say Richie McCaw because he's one of the best forwards and we have in the side, but we need more coordination in the pack.
Dan Carter, I prefer the New Zealand team, and he's the most popular player, so I prefer Dan Carter.
It was a nail-biting game of rugby to put an end to the Dialog Schools Rugby League season for 2025 as the Pete Wrights managed to end the unbeaten streak of Trinity College. But it is the boys from the Hill Capital on the league after 38 long years. And that brings to an end this edition of BYD Fan TV. Thank you so much. Catch you again next time.
Reserve your BYD vehicle today with John Keel's CG Auto by visiting the BYD showrooms or call us on 0112 125 125.
Hi everyone, it is week 8 of the Dialog Schools Rugby League and we are here at the Royal College Sports Complex for the second round match between Royal College and Wesley College. We are about to do the BYD Fan TV, so come along and let's go. Alright, so to build your dream rugby player, from these below names, pick one player. From the category of speed, Sanjeeva Jayasinghe, Radhika Hettiarachchi, Chandrishan Pereira or Summa Navaratnam.
I would say Summa Navaratnam and then Chandrishan Pereira. Summa Navaratnam is a legend. I mean, he's a man 50-60 years in college at Royal. So I would keep Summa Navaratnam right at the top.
Navaratnam. Summa Navaratnam.
Summa Navaratnam. He has been almost like the best player ever.
Nalin De Silva, Indrajit Kumaraswamy, Lasindu Karunatilaka or Harris Oma.
I will pick Nalin. Nalin is a good player and he's a very strong player and he is hard worker and he has a good knowledge of the game. Lasindu Karunatilaka.
Nalin De Silva. He's one of the best forwards Sri Lanka has ever seen. Produced by Sipatana and played for Air Force, so I would go with Nalin.
Indrajit Kumaraswamy.
And when it comes to kicking, would you pick Riza Mubarak, Nalaka Virakodi, Nizam Jamaldeen or Charles Vijayawardena?
The late Charles Vijayawardena was a good kicker. He used to kick 40-50 yards during those years. Nalaka Virakodi was also a good kicker. So
Congratulations once again to the Royal College Under-19 team that have lifted the 20th annual DS Senanayake Challenge Cup here in St. Thomas's at the Sugathadasa Stadium complex. It was a hard-fought game in the end, Royal blowing away to an early lead and St. Thomas's coming back in the final two. The presentation ceremony going on at the moment and we will now hand over to the awards.
And the winner please come and collect your trophy. Next we move on to the individual trophies of the Under-13 Basketball Awards. First, the Under-13 Best Offensive Player, Radhishan, Royal College. Next, the Under-13 Best Defensive Player, Avika Amunugama from St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. The Under-13 Most Valuable Player, KRG Gunasekara from St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. And finally, the captain, please come and collect the trophy for the Under-13 basketball encounter. Next, the Under-15 Basketball Awards. Next, the Under 15 Basketball Awards. First, for the Under 15 runners-up team, St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. And the winners of the Under 15 Basketball Encounter, Royal College. The captain, please come and collect the certificates. Under 15 age category. First, the Under 15 Best Offensive Player, Chenitha Vijayveera from Royal College. Next, the Under 15's Best Defensive Player, Lavinia from Royal College. Finally, the 15 Most Valuable Player, S. Shian from Royal College. The captain and the team, please come and collect your trophy for the Under 15 age category. Thank you, miss. Thank you, sirs.
Under 17 Basketball Awards. I invite the principal of Royal College and the warden of St. Thomas's College to come distribute the awards. The Under 17 runners-up team, Royal College. I intend to come collect the certificates. The Under 17 winning team, St. Thomas's College. I invite the captain to come collect the certificates. Individual trophies. Under 17 Best Offensive Player, Chelan Veerasinghe from St. Thomas's College. Under 17 Best Defensive Player, Kavinu Somaveera from Royal College. Under 17 Most Valuable Player, LeBron Dialvis from St. Thomas's College. I invite the captain to come collect the trophy. Awarding of the Janaka De Fonseca Memorial Trophy for the winners of the All Boys match. Can the Royal captain please come and collect the trophy? Under 20 Basketball Awards. Awarding of the individual certificates for the Under 20 runners-up team, St. Thomas's College. M. Seelalantha Kuruppu, WNDE Fernando, AB Ratnayaka, DE Pereira, ND Augustine, VNM Senaviratna, SPK Panangala, NCID Veerasinghe, DN Lianage, SD Nayaka, MKLM D Alvis, TMEGMY Senaviratna, awarding of the individual certificates for the Under 20 winning team, Royal College. Taruka Jayasundara, Minuta Delungahavatta, Sahan Agalavatta, Minuka Gamatige, Lakvidu Nimhan, Mayureshan Ganesha Raja, Kevindu Ratnayaka, Rusiru Irugal Bandara, Kalsara Kulatunga, Ashel Ambavatta, Mikael De Silva, Amika Vattuheva, Geenet Vikramasinghe, Oxygen Mohanathan, Rashid Ramiz. Seneshka Fernando. Under 20 best offensive player, LeBron Dialvis from St. Thomas's College. Under 20 best defensive player, Myration Ganesh Raja from Royal College. Under 20 most valuable player, Geeneth Vikramasinghe from Royal College. Awarding of the Under 20 DS Senanayake Memorial Cup. Can I please invite the captain of Royal College to come collect the trophy?
Time after time, I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of plan kicked in my face, but I've come through. I need to go on, 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 on.
And there you have it, Royal College win the 20th annual basketball Royal Thomin Encounter, the DS Senanayake Challenge Cup, after 2 years, once again in the Sugathadasa Indoor Stadium. The smiles on these boys' faces, these memories will be valued until the rest of time. Captain Sarukajai Sundar and Vice Captain Minuta Nelungawatta hold the trophy up front, and kudos to St. Thomas's on their tremendous game in their third and fourth quarter, coming up short unfortunately just by 6 points. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, from all around the world, live from the Papare and Papare TV. Good evening and good night.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to ThePapare.
Welcome to the live broadcast from ThePapare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
ThePapare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.